MobLand Season 1 is nearly halfway through, and by Rat Trap, Episode 4, we haven't yet achieved the modest heights that Ronan Bennett's Paramount Plus series premiere promised. In fact, this episode has raised more questions than it has answered. We're left with even stranger choices and connections instead of strange character traits and responses woven into a larger narrative. Once more, there is just enough to keep you interested, but throughout the season, there are fewer and fewer fascinating tidbits. I'm still unsure of MobLand's direction in the absence of a central question. By Episode 6, there will be very little left to cling to at this rate. Absence of a central question. There was a direction, but after just 2 episodes, the show neatly ends that. It's true that this solution gives the Harrigans another issue, but this one seems to have less at stake. Many of the characters in Rat Trap converse with one another. They drive there to speak with someone else after driving here to speak with someone. They occasionally use headphones to converse while driving. You would think that something significant would be said with all of the talking. However, it hardly ever does. We're frequently informed that something significant just happened, such as how evil Conrad, Pierce Brosnan, is, but we're never given any proof of this. Here are the key points of the conversation. Bet. Though Kevin, played by Paddy Considine, is aware of this, he doesn't care. Is something that Maeve, Helen Mirren, is well aware of. Harry, Tom Hardy, has to act as though he doesn't mind because he just found out. I'll tell you who is completely indifferent, me. We haven't even seen Bella and Conrad together on screen yet, so I'm not sure what we're supposed to infer from this strange fivesome. An unexpected revelation. Was for the wrong reasons. We also learned another important piece of information. Who was the particularly unpleasant prison guard at the youth center where Harry and Kevin were sent, and do you recall the older man Harry recognized at the nursing home? No? Fair enough, he was cast aside as soon as he was introduced. But Harry still remembers him, and he asks Kevin if he remembers the evil screw. Despite Kevin's denial, his expression betrays more. It isn't long before a startlingly bleak flashback shows that not only does Kevin know the guard, but he was also viciously sexually assaulted by him. MobLand is even more of a mess than even I've acknowledged if this revelation is meant to explain Kevin. If this is meant to imply that the prison guard will play a part in this overly dramatic tale, let me remind you that he was last seen living in an assisted living facility, where he was barely able to provide for himself. As previously stated, the story's sole plot point has been resolved. It appears that Richie, Jeff Bell, has been duped by Harry. But they haven't left the woods. Richie apparently wants Tommy's funeral to include the Harrigans. We're in for, as Kevin says, Conrad can't even. The unimportant that I almost forgot to mention it. What exactly does it mean if one of them is wearing a turncloak? I'm not sure who is on whose side. Maybe the next episode will solve the entire plot. Is how MobLand operates.